Back to PRUL story. This time, we will tell you about the career journey of a singer named Taylor Swift, starting from the beginning of her musical career until she became a very famous singer to this day.
When she fell apart. She heard echoes of new words.
Taylor Allison Swift, or better known as Taylor Swift, is a person of German, Italian, and Scottish descent who was born on December 13th, 1989, in the city of West Reading, Pennsylvania, United States of America. She is the daughter of Scott Kingsley Swift and Andrea Gardner Swift, and she has a younger brother named Austin Swift. Since childhood, Taylor Swift has shown a great interest in music. She attended a music theater in her school, and she also often traveled to New York City to learn singing and acting. When she reached puberty, Swift became interested in the country music genre after she was inspired by two figures such as Shania Twain and the Dixie Chicks, both of whom are singers who pursue the country music genre. At first, Swift often attended small events and festivals to show people her interest and talent in singing. At a later stage, she and her mother tried to submit Taylor's cover recordings to record labels, but unfortunately, their efforts were not successful this time. Even so, Taylor still did not give up, and she continued to hone her skills in the world of music, such as learning to play guitar and writing a song. His efforts also paid off with him being able to sign a contract with a song publisher called Sony ATV Publishing, where he became a songwriter, and he also joined RCA Records under the auspices of Bertelsmann Music Group, which allowed him to record all the songs written by him. After getting this job, Swift met an executive and founder of Big Machine Records named Scott Borchetta. Borchetta was very interested in Swift's singing talent and offered to work with her, which led to the release of her first album, Tim McGraw, on June 19, 2006. The reason why Swift named her first track Tim McGraw is because she was inspired by one of the country music singers named Tim McGraw. In this first album, Swift made a variety of songs about her daily life at school, including her love story in high school. Some of the songs made by Swift in her first album are Teardrops on My Guitar, our song Pit Cute to Burn and Should've Said No. All of her songs have the theme of teenage love stories, ranging from Swift's relationship with her ex to how Swift falls in love with someone but the person doesn't like her. This first album was a huge success as it entered the Billboard Hot Country Music and sold more than 1 million copies. Swift's emergence in the country music genre was a huge breakthrough in that era. This is because this music genre usually has a demographic of adults, but with the presence of Taylor Swift, the country music genre finally began to be looked at and attracted by young people. After the success of her first album, Swift returned to make her latest album called Fearless on November 11, 2008. In this second album, Swift was inspired by a country singer named Bradley Douglas Paisley and also a pop country singer named Cheryl Suzanne Crow. Because of this, on this latest album, Swift began to add pop music elements to her songs, but she also still maintains the characteristics of the country songs that have been her main focus. Just like her previous albums, the songs on her latest album also still have a romance theme, with songs like Love Story, which shows how Swift falls in love with a man, but her relationship is not approved by all her family members. Her second album was equally successful, selling more than 500,000 copies in its first week and topping the Billboard 200 charts. Not only was the album successful in selling hard copies, it was also successful in selling songs on the digital market with the songs Love Story and Belong With Me, selling more than 4 million paid downloads. In the midst of her success, Swift was involved in an incident that is well known by many people, namely at the MTV Video Music Awards in 2009, where one of her music videos entitled You Belong With Me won the award in the Best Female Video category. When Swift was about to receive the award, she was disturbed by the presence of a singer named Kanye West, where he protested that the award should be obtained by singer Beyoncé. Although this incident is quite famous and invites a lot of controversy, but fortunately, this does not interfere with the career of Taylor Swift. In fact, this incident made the name of Taylor Swift even bigger and recognized by many people. After that incident, Swift still continued to get appreciation and awards from various categories. In this era, Taylor Swift is known as the youngest musician who has won a lot of awards from various events, ranging from small to the most prestigious. In addition to creating her own songs, Swift also helped several artists in writing their songs, such as Kelly Pickler's Best Days of Your Life and John Mayer's in 3 different songs. Not only helping to write other artists' songs, Swift also made 2 songs for the soundtrack of the movie Hannah Montana, entitled You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home and Crazier. Although the focus of her career is as a musician and songwriter, Swift has also participated in TV show projects and major movies, such as in 2009, where she played a minor character in the series CESI, and she also contributed to the soundtrack of the movie Valentine's Day and played the character Felicia in the movie. 1 year later, she released her 3rd album called Speak Now on October 25th, 2010. The songs on her album this time contained Swift's experiences with the men she had been in relationships with, such as Joe Jonas, John Mayer, and Taylor Lautner. Just like the previous 2 albums, this time her album again won many awards, including the biggest one was Best Country Song and Best Country Solo Performance at the 54th Grammy Awards. Her 4th album, titled Red, which was released in 2012, was an early hint of the transition that Swift would make. As we know, at first, Swift really liked country songs, and she also grew her career in this music genre. However, since the release of her 2nd album, Swift began to incorporate pop music elements into her songs. Without realizing it, or maybe it was already from her, Swift's songs were more directed to the pop genre rather than country music as time went by. Until finally, Swift made a complete transition on the release of her 5th album. On October 27th, 2014, Swift finally released her 5th album, 1989. The title of her latest album was inspired by the year of her birth, and it was also the point where Swift started to switch from country pop music genre to full-on pop music. This is Swift's first album to be officially categorized as a pop album. The songs created by Swift on this album have a very different feel from the songs she usually makes. This change obviously invites a lot of debate and controversy. There are those who regret Swift's decision to change the genre of her songs, but there are also those who are supportive of the new path taken by Swift. Although it invites a lot of controversy, it cannot be denied that this is also what makes the name of Taylor Swift even bigger. She again won many awards from various prestigious award shows, such as the American Music Award, MTV Music Award, and also the 58th Grammy Award. Not only has her music genre changed, but her life and the media's view of her has also changed. Swift, who was once known as a sweet girl living in the suburbs, is now a mature woman full of drama living in New York City. Apart from her songs that always steal the public's attention, the love story of this singer also often attracts the attention of various media portals. She is often in contact with famous celebrities and makes all these relationship experiences as material for Swift to write songs. At this time, Swift had received considerable backlash from various parties, and she was also involved in several problems that almost made her have to deal with the law. Because of this, Swift had to stay away for a year and avoid the public spotlight until she released her 6th album entitled Reputation on November 10th, 2017. In the first song of her 6th album, Look What You Made Me Do. Swift seems to be trying to fight the backlash that people have been throwing at her. This song seems to clarify that Swift has completely changed her image. In this song, there is a lyric that says that the old version of her who is a positive girl is gone, and now a new Swift figure has finally emerged.
The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now, 'cause she's dead.
In addition, in this new song, Swift also began to add several other musical elements, such as hip-hop, R&B, and also EDM sound. With the many controversies surrounding the singer, Swift can still produce songs that are loved by her fans and at the same time get many awards. The number of problems and controversies does not make this artist stop making work. Every album she makes is always successful in the market. Not only that, Swift is also interested in experimenting with different genres of songs. Even in just 2 years, Swift has made 3 new albums called Lover in 2019 and Folklore and Even More in 2020. Swift is always consistent in making works, but she is also never separated from her problems. It seems that fame and controversy have been very attached to the figure of this singer. By the time this video was made, Taylor Swift had become a top singer and a billionaire. Her name has been recognized by many people, and she also has a large and solid fan base called Swifties. Even in 2023, Taylor Swift was named Person of the Year by Time magazine. Despite the problems and controversies that always surround this singer, it cannot be denied that she is a talented musician. Her ability to convey a story through the songs she writes and balanced by her melodious voice makes Taylor Swift worthy of the fame that is as big as it is today. Well, so that's the story of the career of the singer Taylor Swift. If there are mistakes or things that are missing, you can correct me. And if you have suggestions for making a discussion about other famous figures, you can just request in the comments column below.